between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Throwing to start the drive. Jenkins
got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single-covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jenkins.
Going right back to Dotson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive they want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ballgame, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st down, Jenkins. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
This will be a 34-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score.
Touchdown, Washington.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Right back to him on first down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Commanders 10.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Yeah, they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
So problem, and now as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. Jenkins. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Channing Tindall.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception.
And it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Boy, at this point, I don't know what's going on down there. You got guys running one way on the pick-6, now running the other way to return the blocked extra point.
It's almost like that guy went this way, but the other guy went that way. And guess what? Both of them scored points.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick-6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of...
And this is caught. Right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Jenkins. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jenkins.
Out left to Dotson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run with Gibson.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Gibson again.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A 21-yard attempt.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they liked the motivation. They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
looking to throw. They complete it to Hill. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
2nd and 3. And he wisely will throw that one away. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to the zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. Doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
He'll get it up near midfield at 49 before being taken down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Okay, ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki as the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Commanders 15.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Complete, it's Dotson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jenkins able to connect with Dotson. He's got the first down and more. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On 1st and 10, Jenkins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jenkins.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the 38-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 103 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Manning. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the...
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken at the 37. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff running through the middle. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Miami, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston